I've been working with raw foods for a couple years, but I find when I go completely raw, I eat a lot of salads, smoothies, things like that, but I wind up to get full. I need a lot of nuts, avocado, and high fat stuff, and my body doesn't do well with, like, I get stomach aches from eating too much fat, and I wind up eating a lot of fruit, and I get like all crazy from too much sugar. So I'm looking for advice about, if you can go completely raw and just have lots of greens and stuff and not, how to get full from foods that won't make you feel.
This is another very important question. It is that what she's talking about is her body and energy level needs something that is not yet there. So the preparations or the ingredients that you have are not totally matching your needs, right?
Yeah.
So you heard about different body types. Some different people have different needs. I had a similar experience. For instance, when I started shifting to and having lots of smoothies in the morning, fruit smoothies, I was arriving at 12 o'clock, noon, I was low on energy. Something was missing. I was not getting enough, I don't know, carbs or something. The things that I was getting in the beginning. So I started adding nuts to the smoothies or, doing something more solid. But it was still, something was still missing because the nuts are sometimes lots of fat. So there is something there that was missing. We will talk about that in a moment. So the challenge is finding the right ingredients here, right? So you see that we are facing lots of challenges here. How far are you in your progress? Like right now, if you have to qualify your nutrition patterns or your diet between 0 and 100%, 100% will be maybe totally raw. How far do you feel you are right now, 0 to 100%?
I guess like 80.
80%?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do get stomach aches a lot. I get like, little stomach aches after I eat. Like I'm doing, I do good with cooked squash and rice and things like that.
Okay.
And then I eat it and be like, is this the best thing for my body or should I be having more salad?
And the rice and the squash, is this something that you feel is positive or helps with stomach aches?
I do, yeah. But then I wonder about, am I more tired because of that?
Exactly.
It's hard to gauge kind of where.
Yeah, okay. So this is also like, what she's experiencing is that her body is trying to readapt to a new diet. So we have our, intestinal flora or fauna. What is it, flora or fauna?
Flora.
Intestinal flora. I am sorry, I am French. I come from Switzerland. Your language is a bit strange to me. I'm trying to adapt to California here. Okay. So the intestinal flora needs to adapt as well. The bacteria that are used to digest meat are different than the bacteria that are used to digest, fruit or vegetables. Every time I try to give a smoothie to my mother, she goes like, oh, my body doesn't digest it very well. I said, well, of course, because you never eat it. So you don't have the stuff in your body to digest it. It needs to be built up. If you drink that kind of stuff for a month, eventually you start building it up and it becomes easier. All right? Thank you so much. Yay!
One thing I'd like to share though for her, I was going through the
come on here.
I was going through the same thing, and I'd have a big juice in the morning, and then by lunch I'd have a big salad, but it just wasn't right. So I started adding more hearty vegetables, like broccoli, cauliflower, tomatoes, things like that, to give me more of the substance that I needed to get through the day. And that really helped curb that not satisfied feeling.
What about like loading? You get like hard belly, like cauliflower,
Yeah, you just eat enough, not too much.
Yeah.
But this is precisely the reason why you are getting gases, or it's really because your body needs to readapt. It means that in the beginning, the intestinal flora is not yet functioning at fully with this kind of ingredients. It's also the quantities. It's also sometimes the mix that you have. There will be all sorts of things, and it's in my experience. You can read lots of books on it, or you can try. I don't have a single book on raw food. I don't have a single book on it. It's all trying, experimenting. It's one day I wake up, I have the feeling that, hey, let's get more fruit in the body. I try it out. I try it for 3 to 6 months. I make small shifts at a time, and this has an experimental. let's say, the experiential value and knowledge that gets out of that has more value for me than anything I could read or information that I could get from outside. So it's very important to realize that experience and trying out is super